Time and time again.
Well. Guess who's back?
We're back.
The Originators. Monday, 8 o'clock. You better run for the hills because we back. What's going on? What's going on, Mike? Man, how we doing? How we doing this evening, man? How we doing?
I'm feeling real good, man. Really good. You know, Eddie Murphy.
I guess he doing all right. But, hey, man, let's go ahead and get right into the chat. The Silk Legacy, Sherman Wood, Pat Norris, what's happening? Terry Lloyd, Keyshawn was good. MVM. Silk said he's still in ICU, but he's getting better. Hey, man, we praying for you. Like I said, man, you're going to get out of this. Trust and believe. John, what's happening? Hey, guess what, y'all? We do have a good conversation coming through here. Madam Howe, TJ Martin, Falcon Fan 408. So, like I said, if you're new to the channels, rather it be on Mad Mike Sports or 6MK Live, y'all make sure you go ahead and tap them buttons.
Kev, you couldn't hear me?
I ain't hear now one thing you said.
I'm the screen moving and everything. And you talking about you didn't hear shit. Like, what the hell?
I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, wow. Well, who we be? They don't know
who we be.
They don't know
who we be.
I bet I don't know that.
Exactly. All right, man. Like I said, man, I feel like people starting to come in, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it, Mike. Once again, how we doing this evening, man? It feels a little bit weird to get back on this time.
Oh yeah. You know, 8 o'clock, getting back on it. You know, I will be watching wrestling while I'm doing the show. You know, I'm trying to improve my
multitasking skills.
Yeah, I'm trying to. So I actually, because everybody know I'm Kev know I'm terrible.
Exactly.
I'm bad. I'm do better though.
All right, that's what's up. Man. So today's episode, we're going to be revisiting a conversation or a talking point that we have had a couple months ago.
Right.
So we're going to revisit this once again, since this is kind of something that was brought to our attention during yesterday's live broadcast. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Fred with this one. But today's episode, we're going to be talking Michael Penix versus Raheem Morris. Is it sabotage or incompetence? But before we get right into that topic, I do got something that I do want to talk about. You don't mind if I get this sidebar out, do you mind?
Go ahead, do the thing.
As I try to look up what the fuck this dude's name is, we're going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings former general manager. Don't know his name that well. I just know it starts with Kawasi.
Kevin. I'm up here calling you like
you acting like I'm in fucking trouble or something. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's that. I'm so disappointed.
Cause I forgot about this. I didn't know you was gonna actually break. I thought it was just
No. I gotta talk about this. So for those that don't know, the Vikings fired their recent general manager. I'm waiting for the Google to pop up. So Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah,
Wow.
who had been the general manager for the Minnesota Vikings. Southside. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that
You
too.
know what?
That's gonna be the
Boy.
not yet. We're gonna save that one for we're saving that one for later.
Wow.
Nah, boy, that motherfucker got the toupee slapped off the top of his head, boy. Turned that motherfucker hairline into Miss Pac-Man, man.
Oh boy.
Well, we're gonna call that man trash can lid. But as the Vikings fired their general manager, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, what I got to say was a statement that he made a while back ago. Now, I went to go look at this to make sure this wasn't no bullshit, but apparently from a lot of the Viking fans, this was actually said. Can't believe I'm saying this. But he takes a lot of his scouting notes from PFF. What's your take on that, Mike? I call that like, really, nigga? PFF.
I done told these motherfuckers about these man ratings. Like, what? Why your ass got fired from the beginning? You sitting there looking at them goddamn man ratings.
We already got one of the dudes from the Jets talking about he used Madden ratings to determine the free agent players that they're gonna get. We got another one talking about PFF. Lord have mercy.
Like, well, what is wrong with you, man? Like, what's wrong with you? What are you thinking in your head? They don't even have a damn clue about how they even come up with the rating system. Like, it's a forever evolving rating system, and you, oh my God, bro, Jesus Christ! Oh wow.
I mean, the fact that it was co-sponsored and founded by Chris Collinsworth already tells you everything you need to know.
I won't stop saying dumb shit. Like, are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. Oh wow. That's it. Wow.
But just telling a lot of people that even though we caught Terry Fontenot did catch a lot of flack for some of the draft picks, he didn't miss on draft picks like this motherfucker did.
The fact that man said he get a lot of his information or foundation from PFF, that's got to be the stupidest shit I've like what? Like, you can't use your eyes. You don't, like, everybody should have a system in it on their own, right? Like my system that I developed is always based on, again, consistency. I thought that was how you do it, and fundamentals. Okay, consistency and fundamentals, and then everything else becomes kind of de facto. For example, like quarterback position. Like Kev and I always look at it mechanics. That's the mechanics. That's where we start at. Like, we have this thing, like, if he has the green dot on the back of his head, Kev, we know his head, he's actually surveying the field. If that green dot is constantly moving, okay, is it constantly moving? If it's shifting here or it's still in one spot, we know he's not really reading the field. He's just staring. Okay, because the quarterback, if your head is not moving, like, you're not doing your, and then you go from, you go down from the throwing motion, and we've eliminated a lot of quarterbacks because of just the throwing motion in itself, because we know how the NFL is, and then we go from, the green dot, the throwing motion, to the footwork. So we have a system for each position. Okay. The fact that this dude got to use PFF, They tell me he's what John just said. He's lazy as fucking hell. Okay. PFF ratings. Like, are you serious? PFF ratings, bro.
That's all that needs to be known on that. But I just want to throw that out there right quick, man. So let's go ahead and get right into the subject at hand. Mike, I know this is a conversation that you wanted to have here. So let's explain to people why are we revisiting this conversation that we've already had.
How the hell I find that damn? Hold on, do I got that? I know I got it somewhere. I'll find it, but it was a screenshot. How the hell I forgot what it was. That's what happened when you take a damn nap before a show. You lose every damn thing. So the conversation piece obviously was, well, I get a lot of comments, to be honest. And one of the comments that I get is all right, here it goes. All right, I got it. All right, so we were asked, I put out a poll a while back, and let me go on Instagram, to be honest. That'll be better. Because I want to kind of give everybody the full breakdown of why this happened so it'll make sense for everybody. Because it kind of went viral on Instagram. It's not Instagram, but on X. So on a video that I put out. All right, so we're talking about the proof that Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson deliberately sabotaged Michael Penix. And a person responded by saying it was really a matter of sheer incompetence instead of sabotage. Coaches aren't going to sabotage the quarterback when their jobs were on the line. I responded by saying I disagree. What maybe works with a younger coach. They're not going to sabotage. But like a Zach Robinson, a Clint Kubiak, a Mike McDaniel, Raheem Morris been in the league for 15 plus years. He knows the history and the breakdown of a quarterback. All right, he understands how you develop a quarterback the proper way because he coached with Matt Ryan. To be honest, he know. He failed with that guy. That used to be the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You remember him, kid?
Tom Brady.
Nope.
You said used to be. Oh, Jameis Winston.
Fred, he was with Tampa Bay the first time.
Oh, Josh Freeman.
Yes. So he failed with Josh Freeman on developing quarterbacks. So it's not like he doesn't know not to do dumb shit. He did dumb shit with Josh Freeman and ruined him because I thought he was going to be an okay quarterback, but he failed with that too. And then he went to the Rams, and he saw what they were doing with not only no, it wasn't golf. It was the quarterback. God damn it, they got now, Matt Stafford. So he's seen success from quarterbacks. You know what to do. Whether it's young quarterbacks or older quarterbacks, he knows what to do with them. And the fact that he looked at Michael Penix and said, yeah, Michael Penix don't need any help. That shit baffles me. So how the hell does a Michael Penix he doesn't need help? So, and that's the thing we're talking about. And a lot of people are saying to themselves, and what the question is to you guys I have is, do you personally believe that it was incompetence on behalf of Zach Morris, a.k.a. Rye Stupid, aka Y Queen, aka Mr. Raheem the Dream, aka Mr. Zach and Rob. Do you believe that it was a sabotage or incompetence in regards to how they develop or fail develop Michael Penix?
well, well, the thing is, what my thought process is, or what this whole thing came down to, it was. I'm gonna throw in a word that we haven't used in the title. I'm gonna throw in, it was arrogance. I mean, when we really look at the situation at hand, it was kind of like one of those. Well, he's a high round pick. I don't need to work on him. Don't worry about it. But it goes back to what Juan kept saying. What Juan always keeps saying: you can never bypass the rookie process. I think it was unfortunate that the development process was actually a lot slower than what was initially promised. And I just think it was just arrogance.
Yeah.
Arrogance can actually be tied into sabotage and or incompetence.
And that's what we're going to break down right there. Arrogance leads to blatant stupidity. That's what arrogance is, because you feel like your system that you feel like you perfected. But the thing is, this is why I'm anti science, because we were just talking about that. Well, scientists one and you one and we talking about science. And the thing about scientists, it's not a proven system until you actually perfected it and you have evidence of it being perfected. And that's the shit what I'm talking about. Like, how the hell, what goes back to what I was saying about Raheem from the very beginning. Who the hell has he ever developed? Offensively or defensively? It don't take a fucking like pick. Who has he ever developed? You can't say that you know what you're doing as a coach if you haven't had success. So that right there, in my humble opinion, when you talk about incompetence or sabotage, that's what you call. And is it all Raheem's fault? No.
Nah. I mean, to be honest with you, this is the majority of this blame really is going to go on Rich McKay. To be honest with you, right there. because he set the culture of what this team was going to be about and what this franchise was going to be about. And unfortunately, the ideology of what the Atlanta Falcons was we was going to be a franchise that cared more about validity and public image than it actually did of building consistency. But we got a $5 super chat from Terry Lloyd here. Said, I am convinced Penix got into Raheem's ass too, just like Ray McLeod. That's where the sabotage began, because Raheem is a narcissist.
T. Lloyd, bro, like that right there, I couldn't have said that even better. That's absolutely perfect.
Well, while you're saying that, I decided to look up something, and I want to read a definition out to you of arrogance, if you don't mind, Mike.
Yes, go ahead. It
says, arrogance is an overbearing sense of self-importance or superiority. Is more than just being confident. It's the belief that your worth, abilities, or opinions are inherently better than those of others. While confidence is grounded in reality and competence, arrogance is often used as a shield to protect a fragile ego. And when we talk about it is the dismissiveness, viewing others' ideas or feeling as unworthy, entitlement, believing you deserve special treatment and that rules don't apply to you.
Jesus.
Lack of self-awareness and inability to see one's own flaws or admit to making mistakes. and dominating conversations. The need to be the loudest voice or the alpha in the room often interrupts others. What is that?
That's it. Just read that definition. So damn funny.
And the thing about it is, everybody has a sense of arrogance about them. I mean, like I said, everybody got a sense of arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
But the main key thing is the lack of self-awareness, the inability to see one's own flaws or admit to making mistakes. That's the one. That's the part that stood out to me the most.
Yeah. That's where I was going. Okay, that's exactly where I was going.
But and I see Floyd talking about the Niners grab Morris. We ain't surprised at that. That was gonna be the only place he was gonna be able to get a job. Let's be honest. The only job that he was gonna get is somebody that he previously worked under. But we're gonna see how that train. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. Because if that becomes a train wreck, yeah, that's gonna be the undoing of Kyle Shanahan and fucking San Francisco. I'm telling you that now. But the sense of the sabotage of it is definitely there. That's where it came down when we was talking about that divide, that power struggle that was going on in here at that time. Because it was like, okay, you got an ideal here which is clashing with this idea here. You got one side with Michael Penix, and you got another side with Kirk Cousins. And it was just a clashing of their ideals. And it basically resulted in the type of seasons we've had the last couple of years. You think about it. 6-3, start 6-3, finish 8-9. Start 3-6, finish 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
If that is the worst case of consistency that you could think of,
yeah,
that's it right there.
And that right there, we'll be talking about incompetence. So my thing is when has it ever been okay for offensive coordinators and head coaches to force a young quarterback? It doesn't matter how old he is. Like you still got to go through the rookie process. Okay, you still got to go through it. You can't go like there's no way you can avoid a first year. Okay. And there's no way you can avoid a first time. There's no way you can avoid that. The first time is going to be a first time. So my thing is, just because a guy or a player has gotten into that have had X amount of success, he looks like he get it in college. You know how well he is in the film, like how intelligent, how well he picks up. You know, the scheme, how fast he picks up. None of that matters. Because when you get on that field, when everybody understands the scheme, when everybody understands your habits, like they've been watching you also. So it becomes a chess match, Kev.
Yeah.
It becomes a chess match. Shout out to Kev, y'all, right there, y'all.
Well, I am playing chess while we're doing the show right now, so yeah.
I see. This is what y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Y'all didn't know that. But that's what it means. Like it becomes the more that you do things, the more successful you are. Like I said, me going to performing arts school, we played chess all the time in the midst of us actually doing work, because she was she used to challenge. Miss Kern used to try to. She used to challenge, and I got better because I was way worse than this at multitasking, but I've definitely improved throughout the years, and I owe that to Miss Kern, because she would do two things while we doing the work. She would allow us to play. She would allow us to listen to our music, believe it or not. So while she was teaching, she would challenge us to listen to her while listening to music at the same time. Then after doing class, we would read. She would give us a passage to read, and we would read the passage, and we have to, recite everything back while the music is playing. She played classical music, so like over time I got better at it. But while I'm saying all that, there were times in the beginning where that shit drove me insane, and it drove a lot of our my classmates insane, because they was like, I can't concentrate with this music playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's different things for different people. But she was challenging us to do that, to do something out of our norm. And this is why I'm saying this about Michael Penix is, with a young quarterback, you have to challenge these guys to do things out of the norm. You see what I'm saying? And if that person isn't getting it, guess what Ms. Kern's like, okay, we're going to eliminate this aspect of things. This is how she would challenge us, but she would challenge us to get us out of our habits. And if she felt like we was doing a little bit, we weren't doing well, she would switch things up. She would change things. And that goes right back to what we were talking about, Kev, about incompetence and arrogance. When you see it going wrong, you can't keep doing the same dumb shit. You couldn't keep doing the same dumb shit when you know this student is struggling in this area. That's dumb as hell. That's not, look, when you see it failing, is that incompetence or is that sabotage?
That's sabotage if you see it happening.
You see it. You see it, yo. That's the crazy part. We all saw that the Atlanta Falcons offense, and not just Michael Penix, we saw the receivers didn't play well. I mean, Darnell Trash Can Mooney, like, he couldn't do nothing right. We saw it. We saw David Seals, he blocking 80-90% of the time at wide receiver. He wasn't catching no passes. I don't even know if Charlie Warner caught anything other than the screen in it. So that's all he did. He didn't challenge these guys in any way, shape, or fashion. Any. Until his ass started getting in trouble. When Michael Penix went down, that's when everything got, that's when everything got different. We started using Bijan Robinson. Like, Bijan Robinson wasn't on the field the whole damn time. For 12, 13 games, we started, you start handing the ball off to Bijan Robinson 25 times. Huh? You start using Kyle Pitts on drag routes and curl and crossing routes. You start using them at wide receiver again, Kevin.
Wow.
You start doing a lot of those things over and over. Like, you start doing all these things instead of doing the same exact thing. So my thing is you can't say it's sabotage and nobody would sabotage themselves. Kev, do you want to go into some instances where coaches have actually sabotaged themselves with pure stupidity?
Yeah, might let you go ahead and lead the charge on to that right quick. And the reason, and I'm just gonna put the disclaimer on it. The reason why we're having this conversation is we're literally setting this conversation up as the reason why Ian Cunningham and why a lot of the stuff, a lot of the way that they're building this this team up from the top to the bottom is a result of what we're talking about right now. But go ahead, Mike.
But that's the thing when we're talking about instances where guys have actually sabotaged themselves. I mean, let's be real. A team was in the AFC Championship, a guy who deliberately sabotaged himself. Sean Payton did it.
Mm-hmm.
He deliberately sabotaged your boy, the quarterback. He deliberately did that.
Talking
We
about
see it
Jared
all the
Stidham.
time.
Talking about Jared Stidham.
Stidham, and he did it with Russ. He deliberately did that. He didn't care if his job was on the line. A lot of people do it when their job's on the line. A lot of people do it because they just want to do what the hell they want to do. We've seen Bill Belichick do exactly that. Bill Belichick done did it so many dang on times where he deliberately not play certain guys. He didn't even care. It's the cornerback, Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler was one of their best corners. He didn't care. He sat him down. He sat Malcolm Butler down, and they were struggling that corner, and he kept doing it. He didn't give a damn. So there are plenty of instances out there where coaches would deliberately sabotage themselves. There's plenty of instances out there. So that's one of my things when I look at the Atlanta, like, when I look at a number of things, like you can't say that Michael Penix, looking at Michael Penix, you say he was ready. The guy didn't even play in the preseason. He barely played, in training camp. He barely did a lot of things in training camp. We were there.
Mm-mm. No, we saw that. We definitely saw that. But let's get some of these comments right quick. Scotty Robinson talked about we better get a fullback in free agency. Southside said I see Charlie Warner in the backfield like a running back 80% of the time. John here also said, I believe at the press conference when Penix said he wasn't getting any help was probably the beginning of the end for Raheem and Zach. Yeah. But like you said, that's the settle set culture that this team had basically established at this point in time. Like you said, it was just a bunch of me. And the reality of it is it was a representation of what the fan culture was. And that's the worst part about it.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the major reasons why it's happened like it's happened right now is because now you're bringing in Ian Cunningham. You got the Stefanskis of the world. You got a lot of this stuff going on here. This is one of the major reasons why they are rebuilding this franchise to be something of an actual identity as one. Because like you said, the previous regime didn't have a clue. They didn't know anything from top to bottom. Everybody's ideas clashed. Nobody had a set way of how they wanted this team to build. And the results played on the field just in the last 5 years. And Southside Ricky, which is very interesting, he said Charlie Warner was a fullback. Guess who else asked about Kevin Stefanski at the Pro Bowl? Guess who else asked about Kevin Stefanski in Atlanta? Did you hear that conversation? Kyle Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk.
Interesting. Why would he do that?
And Bijan Robinson, they was having a conversation. Bijan Robinson, they said he loves Kevin Stefanski right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically telling you who the face of the franchise is going to be. Now, I'm not speculating anything, but as much as the Falcon fans didn't like the hire and don't like kind of the way things are going right now, from the public perception point of things, do not be surprised. It might be a little bit more eyes on this team than we realize. I'm just saying. But my question to you, Mike, is what do you think? What is your take on Ian Cunningham, and what do you think that represents where the Falcons' direction is going to go, but here on out?
I mean, well, I can't really say just off you and Ian Cunningham, because I think that pretty much just paints anybody into a corner. Like, I don't want to be back into a corner. I just look at everything in its entirety. Like, Ian Cunningham is a guy that we learn, and what we've seen in our own research is that it's like he has a plan, a long-term plan. And I think that's the thing that I look at most about him. It's like, you know, he have, for one, we do know he have connections to successful organizations, Baltimore, Bears, the Chiefs. Like, the dude has connections all around. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, he has connections to a lot of successful organizations. So I think he'll bring that aspect of things. But I just look at this Atlanta Falcon team, to be honest, man. It's just a lot of trench work. I mean, a lot of trench work. And I just think I think it sets a bad precedent to just focus on one. Oh, and for one, Southside said this right here. Everybody want to know that personality mix wasn't going to work. See, the problem with this is, with that, for a coach, is it important? Like, personality mix, I don't think that should matter as much as. And I think a lot of losing organizations focus too much on the personality mix. You want guys that just gonna, they just want to win. They want to win. They want to win football. They want to play football. But if you're worried about guys who just act like you, walk like you, talk like you, you've already failed as a coach. Bijan Robinson and Michael Penix don't act nothing alike, okay? Let's keep that right. Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson don't act nothing alike. Drake London damn sure don't act like nan one of them. But those guys, when they get on that field, all don't have that same thing in common. They want to be the best. So personality mix is an excuse for a head coach to be a dictator. That's an excuse. You think Bill Belichick and Tom Brady had the same type of no. You look at Tom Brady right now, like Tom Brady, he's going on 50 years old. He's single as hell. Bill Belichick out here trying to get him some young coochie, okay? Like, let's keep that real. Like, personality mix and all that shit, that's a bullshit excuse for you to be a dictator. When it comes down to y'all have the same mentality as far as greatness in football is concerned. And that right there have being football, like, look, are you going to play hard? You're going to work hard. That's it. All the other shit don't matter. Are you going to focus on the field stuff? Are you going to be like dumbass? What that damn running back name, kid? Shit. Talking about $100 million. Talking about $100 million ain't enough. I know Odell Beckham Jr. said it.
You talking about Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell said that stupid ass shit talking about $100 million ain't enough to live off of. Like, if $100 million ain't enough, like, you's a dumb ass, okay? You just a fucking stupid bastard. If $100 million ain't good enough, it ain't enough to live off of. And you look at, how you doing, Auntie Pam? And you look at him, you look at a lot of these players, they don't have a lot of the, we saw guys like Ray McLeod, how they dress and all they things. Like, a lot of these guys' personality are not the same. But they have that drive to want to be the best. That's it. That's what should matter if you want to be a football player. And I think that's the thing when you're looking at as far as a coach is concerned. You just want people in here who just gonna be. You want people in here who just gonna work hard.
There you go. Well, said Penix went from just Zach's poor development or lack thereof to Matt Ryan, Stefanski, Tommy Rees, Callahan, and Alex Van Pelt backing him up. That is a huge step forward from last season.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that comment?
That's what I'm talking about. It's like, you can't say that you want to win and do all this other stuff. You want to win and do all this other stuff when you clearly not putting all the players around. It's like who are you fooling, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? See, this is really what that's what makes me want to get violent with coaches, is because stuff like this. You saying you want to do what's best and have the best coaches on your staff, but you're not adding. You firing everybody. The fuck? Like, think about that. Yeah, we're gonna do what's best for our players and make sure they have all the coaching and the knowledge they need. Yeah, get your ass up out of here. I hear you. Get your ass up here. You're not on the same page as us. Get the fuck out of here. All these quarterbacks, guys, and pass game coordinators the Falcons done put on this team right now. Does that look like you're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure our quarterback, whether it's Michael Penix, it don't matter who's the quarterback. But does that look like you're gonna do what's best for the players?
No. That look like you got your own personal agenda. And that's what Zach Robinson looked like. It looked like it was our own personal agenda.
They was firing guys, getting rid of guys. Like you trying to tell me that you was doing everything for the culture and for the culture and the culture of the Falcons and the players, but you getting rid of everybody.
My question is how you gonna do something for something that doesn't exist?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tongue twister right there.
That's the shit. That right there is crazy. What the fuck do you mean? Do what's best.
How you gonna do what's best for a culture that doesn't exist? sound like a scammer to me.
Mm-hmm. That sounds crazy as hell.
Southside Ricky said, we're gonna watch Penix become a monster before our very eyes. Some of my folks around Florida said it looked like he gained a few pounds of muscle. Shit, he ain't got no damn choice. He got to rehab like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he ain't got no choice at this point.
Right.
Like everything got to be on point with him.
Yeah. But you see the plan that's being put in place. They're essentially, and this is what I talked about last week when it comes to bringing guys into your staff, and guys, decision makers that been experienced in those processes. Like I said, this was one of the major deadly sins of what Raheem Morris came in with. Two of your most important positions, which is your coordinator positions, you brought in guys that never did it before.
If that don't sound like sabotage, I don't know. You tell me you've been around Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan, and the thing you do is the opposite shit that they did. What the fuck, man? Look, man, I know, but what drives me insane more than anything is dumb coaching. I can't stand it. I will watch terrible football before I watch it. I can't stand terrible coaching. You're gonna bring in a dumbass to what? You're gonna bring a complete dumbass who's never done anything. He wasn't even a good offensive coach. He wasn't even calling plays in college. But what are we doing? Like, what are we doing, bro? This guy never even called plays in college, and you bring him to the NFL and say, "Yeah, I believe in Zach Robinson." Man, look, nah, that's sabotage, bro. That's ego. That's sabotage and that's ego. That makes no sense. Like you got Tom Brady on your team, but no, I think I'll go with I think I'll go with Taylor Heineke.
Not Taylor Heineke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we go with Taylor Heineke.
Not the Taylor man. You can't do the Taylor man like that.
Yeah, he did it to himself. God dang it.
Keyshawn said the math was not mathing with Raheem.
I don't know what the hell he was thinking, to be honest. I couldn't even tell you he was talking about math because the shit don't even make mathematical sense.
What you said, 2 + 2 equals oxygen?
Oxygen, goddamn.
Them motherfucker asked that man what the square root of 4 is. He said to infinity and beyond. Like, really?
Hey, man, we're going to get scuba diving. Hey, man, all right, we're going to scuba diving? Yeah, let's go get this Cherokee Jeep.
Wait.
What?
Yeah. What the fuck we going to like? You know, we got to be riding in the water, man. Like,
we got to be riding in the water. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? That's not going to work, bro.
we got Will the Thrill in here. We got the lad in here. He said, we certainly got the staff in place to help Mike progress, but I would hate to rush him back to re-aggravate it. And that's the thing. They're not going to rush him back, even though he says he's ready for week one. They're not going to rush it. Like you said, the biggest key.
Just chill, y'all. Relax. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody's so relax, man. Mike will be fine. There has
He'll be
been
fine.
more quarterbacks in the league. What right now? These guys, I don't think y'all realize how many. This wasn't the first. Matt Ryan in the middle of an offseason. All right, he came from what year that was? He came back. I think he then came back like 10, 15 pounds lighter. Like what people don't know, Matt Ryan had a shoulder injury, and he had a minor, quote unquote minor procedure for a shoulder injury. Is minor, but he had a procedure and then came back. That's when he lost all that weight, and he couldn't throw the ball as deep as he used to because of an injury. Quarterbacks have a lot of these players have a lot of surgeries in the off season, and then they come back and looking crazy, incredible. Much better than what they were. It's because of these injuries. So injuries happen all the time. They're just not reported as much. Mike will be fine, y'all. You remember when Tom Brady had, not Tom Brady, but Peyton Manning had the neck injury.
What?
He had surgery in the offseason. It was a whole newspaper report talking about he was using HGH and all that type of stuff. And that was within a year's time. That was during the off season. These things happen all the time. Injuries to quarterbacks and players happen all the time, bro. It happens more than you realize. And sometimes these guys got less than a year. Like they got a few months to get back straight. That's why you see a lot of guys fall off the quote unquote fall off the face of the earth in a year's time. I mean, we saw it with one of the better running backs and the most talented running backs in Todd Gurley. He had a year after ACL and came back looking like a fucking god. Drafted and he came back looking like a god. He tore his ACL in college, went to the draft, still got picked and came in looking like a man. They will be fine, yo. If Todd Gurley will be fine at running back tearing the ACL, Michael Penix will be fine. He will be fine, y'all.
Exactly.
Because a running back, they use their legs every down. And again, if Todd Gurley can do it, why not Penix? He doesn't run as much as a running back. It's something to worry about, but relax. He'll be fine, y'all.
We got a question here. Josh said, what are y'all thoughts on the new special teams coordinator?
I don't know a damn thing about him.
Well, Don knows a little bit more than I do, but from the information that I've gathered is, like I said, I think he was with the Titans the last few years, and they're usually right around the he's usually right around that the top half of the middle as far as special teams and stuff like that. They don't really have kicker he doesn't really have kicker problems like that. So, like you said, I think we'll be fine in that department. But special teams wise, like you said, it's a lot of accountability right there. I just say it's a lot better than what we've seen the last couple of years.
You mean he doesn't bench the best special team player we have, right?
No. Everybody that's useful plays.
Good.
It's a lot of discipline, the discipline and accountability, and plus he's been in the league for like 20 plus 30 plus years anyway, and a lot of that special teams work. So, hey, I could deal with it. And after watching that Shrine Bowl and watching how Marquise Williams coaches, you see why. You see why special teams was god awful. Cause why they had it was him and it was another coach that was another thing. While you see one coach talking about what he could do for the player to get better, you got Marquise Williams talking about, boy, them shoes look fly on you right now, man. I'm like, man, when I was your age, man, we were getting them hoes and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
he let that Raheem rub on him.
He was like a homeboy.
He let that Raheem roll off on
him. And John St. Clair said he's a top 10 special teams guy with the Dolphins. So, yeah, like I said, because he's a consistent coach, and I can deal with that. Like I said, it's a lot better than what the fuck we had.
Yeah, Keyshawn, that's exactly why he up here trying to be buddy with Hipley. Wow, John, don't do that to Falcons just love it.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Oh,
no, we're not doing that.
Oh man,
we're not doing that.
Boy,
Will said, I thought the new officer
for coaching
coaching ops was brought in first because of how badly he screwed the pooch on the Ike Hilliard Ray situation. I mean, bruh, they literally, what was that position they brought that lady in? The officer of coaching operations.
Yeah.
Yeah, they not finna fuck around. And
when you bring a woman in to be the liaison between that, you know she there to do one
boy,
thing.
She's there to be a snitch.
Oh, damn snitch. That's it.
She's there to be a snitch.
We about to tell it all. Okay.
And dare your ass to lie to her too.
Everybody believe when a woman when gossip is concerned. Yeah, everybody believe that. You know what? When I saw Tank in the chat, you know what song came to mind?
Oh Lord, what song you had in mind?
That R. Kelly song, "Feeling on Your Booty."
Oh my! What? Really, Mike?
Yep.
We not doing that, Mike.
Feeling on Your Booty. That right there came to mind. You probably like, why is that saying? So this man got a hard on for Raheem. Ain't nobody up here. He up here. I believe he having a whole. He up here having a whole conversation about Raheem in San Francisco by his damn self. Let's go ahead and call yourself Tank Niner, okay?
So you said Tank gonna be a 49ers fan this year?
Yep.
Like, say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so. Let's say you saying he gonna betray he's betraying the Falcons for Raheem.
Yep.
Damn.
That man ready to feel on that booty.
But let me see. They put a he said Keisha said, I bet E think the 49ers gonna have the best defense in the league. Nah. But the thing about when you look at that situation, and we can talk about it for a little bit. I don't even really think it's one of those situations where it's like anything major. I mean, for the simple fact that most of their defense last year was hurt. So that's why it looked like that's kind of why it looked like it wasn't. It was middle of the pack. Hell yeah, think about it. About a third of their defensive stars were hurt.
Yep.
Like I said, it was either going to be Dan Quinn or Kyle Shanahan that was going to take his ass back.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Bosa got injured.
Mm-hmm.
They best player, so yeah.
Yeah. That's that, but like I said, that's the thing that a lot of people ain't talking about with that.
Mm-hmm.
But here's where the problem is going to lie here. When you're having a lot of people saying that the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl because Raheem Morris is the defense coordinator. Well, we always say about Mike, expectations. What if they don't fulfill that expectation?
Boy. That right there. It's like that's the thing, man. Like that's why my dad used to tell me growing up, don't make no expectations until you get that money in your hand. Don't make no decisions until you get the money in your hand. That's it. Like I don't have no expectations until I get that shit. Until I actually see it, you pay for it, you see it. I'm not having no expectations. I'm not getting my hopes up at all. That's where I've always. This is how I even, come up with a lot of ideas because man, he was good in San Francisco, and you think you getting the same guy from San Francisco? Nope, he's not.
That's the same, but like you said, that's the same trap we fell under with the whole thing with the Rams. And you thought you was gonna have the Rams, and then you realized you basically brought back Dan Quinn all over again. So it's like
all again. Yep.
And that's where a lot of the backlash came with that was the Dan Quinn-isms came back.
Mm-hmm. Boy, did they come. I told people from the very beginning, I said, well, this Dan Quinn Jr. Everybody thought I was being an absolute hater. Man, that dude ain't nothing but Dan Quinn. That motherfucker had a slogan for everything.
Not the slogan for everything.
That motherfucker had a slogan for everything. In the first year he was here, man, we were playing 9 yards off the damn ball. We were playing 9 yards off the ball, and then magically when we get Jeff Ulbrich and Nate Ollie in, the defense looked so much different. Of course it does, because he ain't doing shit no more.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that was a situation? Do you think that's a situation where they just bringing him in to be more so of the media friendly guy, more so than the coach itself? Yeah,
Raheem. Of course.
For San Francisco.
The media guy, because Kyle Shanahan can't talk to nobody. Like he like the muffin man. Like,
he's he's an ass hat.
That dude is a complete ass wipe. Yes, he is. Kyle Shanahan he's so bad in press conference. He give you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like man. I'm just saying, I like that too. Yeah, we did a great job today. We got to win, and we ran the ball well, and my pops used to always tell me to, keep running the damn ball. That's Kyle Shanahan. He is fucking terrible. Now they get to see some teeth in their press conference now.
Not the teeth.
Yep, they get to see the teeth in them now.
Because one of the things is too and that was Emmanuel Acho, and he was talking about that situation where he said he loved the hire, but it felt like it was a homeboy hire more so than something that was anything serious.
He a damn lie. He didn't like that hire because he fit. If that's what he said, Kim.
He says it. Yeah. I think it was sent to us by Jaden earlier, where he was like it felt more like a homeboy hire
That's
because
his
he
true
said
thoughts
it
right
was
there.
it.
Look, that's his true
I
thoughts
think
right there.
because he said he thought because he said that he had a conversation with Steve Wilkes a few years ago, and Steve Wilkes was talking about how Shanahan likes a particular style of defense of coordinator.
Mhm. Yeah, he wants somebody to not talk shit back to him. That's what he wants. That's Kyle Shanahan has always been like that. He's just like his daddy. He don't want his coordinator to talk back to him. He don't want his coordinator to Rob Salah gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Salah's like Salah is the organization's pick. And now Kyle Shanahan get to bring his boy in here, and his boy gonna do whatever he wants him to do.
Mm.
But I also look. This is how you know when people lying, because they always start out with some bullshit first. They always start out with the bullshit first, and then you hear the but part. When you hear the but or the however,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you
That's the truth right there.
that's the truth in it. They start off with the bullshit and they say, however, this feels like a homeboy. The homeboy hire is his true thoughts. Because everybody know that Falcons defense looks so much different under Olbrich and Ollie. It's not even like, come on, bro. That defense looked nothing like he's ever coached before. Going back to the Rams and the first year of the Falcons, it looked nothing this past year. It looked nothing the same. It looked like Robert Salah's defense in New York. Our defense, that's what it looked like. Go back, look, try. I guarantee you'll see a lot of similarities in the Falcons defense last year and New York on Robert Salah.
Yeah. Because he also brought up one of the main things with Raheem Morris as a defensive coordinator is the defense usually like the first year the defense, like I said, he's never really managed to have a top tier defense. Everything is kind of middle of the pack, but each year it gets worse. Year after that it gets worse. And that's historically as a defense coordinator. So once again, it goes back to that conversation of consistency.
Jamal said something. I didn't really think about it.
What is that? I said Raheem was running those soft practices like Dan Quinn. Everything was easy and relaxed. Those training camp highlights would show him joking around with coach. We saw that shit.
We saw it firsthand. And that's the first thing we didn't know. Cam, I swear to God, bro, that's exactly what stood out to us when we went.
Cause I'm sitting there, I'm looking like nobody gives a shit out here. What's going on? We got young Waku out here running kickoff returns with the second team. Like, what the fuck is we doing here?
Bro, like for real.
You got Cool out here doing hitting drills with the corners and shit. I'm like, what?
Yep. Anybody who went to training camp can vouch for that. Well, right back to that Julio stuff. You ain't got to practice if you don't want to. Just say, yo, your ankle hurt, your toenail hurt. Yeah, we're gonna keep you out today.
Right. And like you said, that just became a problem right there. And it showed. That's why I said it's a consistency issue.
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn said they had Easter Stick doing his own thing.
Bro, like for real. For real, yo.
But like you said, man, that's why that is one of the reasons why they have the front offices and the coaching staff constructed the way they're doing right now, because like the number one thing that I could say that Stefanski and Matt Ryan is doing right this time is they're not leaving no stone left unturned. They not taking any chances with no first time guys.
Nope.
Because if y'all notice, everybody that they bringing in has some type of pedigree or some type of history.
Yes. That's literally it. That's literally it. He trying to unfriend. He trying to be everyone's friend.
With that goofy shit, take that to San Francisco.
Yeah, my thing is I believe in being friendly, but like when you talk about being in a man's sport, a physical sport, I should say, let me rephrase that, a physical sport, when everybody's running into each other and everybody's trying to get each other, like you can't be friends, man. Like I'm not trying to be Kev's friend when Kev done knocked me the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck that. I'm going at Kev's legs. That motherfucker hit me, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be fucking friends after somebody on a 300-pound guy on tackled your ass and hit your ass and made you fall on your motherfucking shoulder. Like fuck that friend shit. Like we out here playing ball. Like we're supposed to be competitive and we up here smiling and cheesing together. No, we're gonna be talking shit. Cause I don't know about y'all in y'all neighborhood growing like shit. Like when we playing, what we call it, throw them up, bust them up. Nah, we knocking your ass through them bushes, them sticker briar bushes, Kale. We knocking your ass through them sticker briar bushes.
See, we had those too, and motherfucker try to knock your ass into the street.
yeah.
Try to knock your ass into the goddamn street.
And everybody start laughing at your ass. You laying on the damn ground. You laying over there with all the marks all on your knees and stuff. Like, bro, we trying to mess you up. Like, the hell with this friendly shit.
But the thing about it is, when it comes to coaching, there's nothing wrong with being a friendly coach, but you have to be a friendly coach that's also holding players to a certain accountability.
That's it.
Accountability, and what it is the accountability is going to breed the success that you want the said players to have. See, the thing is, Raheem Morris is a better suited coach on a veteran football team.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as a young football team with a lot of young core pieces, he ain't the right coach for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's not. And there's a place for that. He's a position coach. That's what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Raheem is excellent at being a position coach. He's not a defense coordinator, he's not an offense coordinator, he's not a head coach. He excels at being a position coach. It's nothing wrong with that. But we can't try to make him out to be something that he's not. He doesn't have those qualities. He smiles real. He understands every position. It's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's it. But he shouldn't be leading men. He shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like a leading man, like everybody got different types of temperament. Some people need to be pushed. Other people don't need to be pushed. Like if you got a coach that doesn't know how to push people, it's like you're not going to get the best out of them.
Right. And Mark Daniel here said Sean McVay is an example. He jokes around with a lot of his players, but he knows when to be serious and have them locked in.
That's a great comment. Yep.
That's it. You got to know the balance. Mm-hmm. You got to have that balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, some players love that. Some players love that players coach ideology. Some players like that dictator style of coaching.
Yeah.
You like I said, but the thing about it is when you have like I said, when you have a bunch of young guys and bunch of young players, a guy that's really laxed like that is not really the right type of coach for a young football team, because now what you're doing is you're set. Like I said, when there's bad tendencies happening, he's not the type of coach that's gonna be like, hey, you don't need to be doing that shit.
You're it's like a child when it's a young when you're dealing with a child. It's like, yeah, this child really likes this heat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Daddy, I want to feel. I want to see what this feel like. He said, "No, baby, I don't think you want to do that."
Exactly.
You don't. No, that's right. The Raheem be like, "Nah, baby, you don't think you want to do that?"
Right.
A parent be like, "Hell no! Get your ass away from that damn stove." Like that's what a child need to hear, because they need to see that. Like,
trust me, baby girl like that now. Look. Mama tell her something. See, when mom voice get loud like that, it has to. It goes in stages. But with me, I'm like, hey, nope, you don't need to be doing that. To get your ass up over here. She know when the fuck to get the fuck up over here.
That's what I'm talking about. You setting a bad precedent by, especially with young players. It's like, man, damn, this gonna be easy.
Exactly.
Oh, this gonna be easy. No, hell, it's not. No, it's not. Until you run into a Bill Belichick, a Sean Payton, a Kyle Shanahan, like them dudes hardcore. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be easy in the NFL. You're not gonna get people. No, your ass is gonna practice on other teams. Like not over here.
That's why that's why Julio Jones. That's why Julio Jones wanted out when Raheem Morris got fired the first time.
Yep.
Because he was used to a certain style. He was used to a certain style of coach. He was, like you said, he was used to a certain style of coaching, lax coaching, and Arthur Smith wasn't bringing that. He like, bro, I can't do this. Because that's what he was used to. Big Grizzly here said, do you think the new regime is going to take a different approach this preseason? Well, for what I know, from what I've seen, like with Stefanski, he does like to play a lot of his young guys in the preseason. He played, especially quarterback. He plays a lot of young quarterbacks in the preseason. So I think you may see, if Penix is ready by preseason, I think you're going to see him a lot at this preseason.
For sure.
You're going to see a lot of him this preseason.
Yep.
But then, like you said, then also you have to think about it at the standpoint too, is what's going to be the contingency plan for the quarterback position if the rumors is true that Kirk Cousins will get released, which is going to save the Falcons almost $70 million in cap space.
Yeah.
Now, if that is true and they're doing that, what are they going to do with that money?
Yeah.
Because to me, in my honest opinion, this is where Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris fucked up at. You had all that damn money. You could have did everything you could to build the team around.
My God.
If you was going to spend $100-some million on Kirk Cousins, and then the fact that you drafted a quarterback in the first round the very same offseason. Remember that draft show, Mike? What's the first thing I say? What the first thing I said? I said, what the fuck was the point of bringing in Kirk Cousins if you was going to draft this guy?
Yep. I like the draft pick, but I was pissed off.
I was confused.
It's the same reason I was. So me and Kev had a different response. He said, "What the fuck was the point of what the fuck is the point of drafting him if you sign him?" And I said, what the fuck was the point of signing? So we had totally different response. Same thought. Like, what the fuck?
Look, bro. I tell you, I'm not even gonna tell you no lie, bro. When they drafted Penix, if you looked at my face, I had 9 different emotions going on in one facial expression. I was confused. I was pissed off. I was cool. I was freaked out. I'm like,
I love Penix in it.
Look. What I said. Okay. That was the first thing I said was. I said. Okay. I said, question.
Yeah.
If we're paying $180 million, if Penix was the plan from the get-go, remember, because that's what they said. They said Penix was the plan from the get-go. Then what the fuck does Kirk Cousins shit go be?
Yep.
And that's what fucked them up right there.
Mm-hmm. That shit doesn't make no
sense. You oversplurged in the quarterback room.
So they basically did pull the Housewives of America move. They spent all their husband's money. Right.
Because you had to think about it. The year before that, when you had the quarterback room with Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke, and Logan Woodside. You remember?
We didn't spend shit that year.
Remember that quarterback room cost you about $5 to $6 million.
Yep.
That was a $5-6 million quarterback room. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna ask this question again for the people that's watching. In 2023, you had a quarterback room that was about $6 million.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because if you actually look at the numbers Ridder put up, it basically was identical to what Kirk Cousins did in 2024. But I digress from that point.
Yep.
You went from a $6 million quarterback room to 2024. You went to a $215 million quarterback room in one offseason.
The same shit. That's why Arthur Blank was pissed off. He paid all that money for the same shit. So I'm asking the people watching right now. How did y'all feel when you realized that they spent over $209 million more for a position room to do the same thing that they did with the $6 million motherfuckers? Yep.
I want to get the answers to that. We got 170 people in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit them buttons. Y'all make sure you hit the likes and subscribes. Answer that question for me.
Right. Yeah.
When y'all found out that the Falcons spent over $209 more million to upgrade a quarterback room for the same damn result.
Boy, come on, man. Y'all wonder why I was pissed off at Raheem? It's because of that. He was the architect behind all that. And we had that dumbass Terry first, no, because look, we know he was stupid. We know he was a do boy now. Because this is how this motherfucker decided the next year, okay, the next year to bring him back and keep the money.
Andrew said that shit is insane.
That shit don't make
look. I want some more people asking.
You paid over $200 million to do the same shit over and over again. Boy, look, oh my God. That's like finding a hot dog. Like you finding out somebody, that's like finding out that somebody fed you a hot dog out the trash can.
Carlos said that's why Terry lost his job.
Yeah. Son of a gun.
Come on, I want some more answers, bro. I want some more answers. I want to see y'all thoughts on that. John said all that $210 million brought one more win.
I would be pissed off. Like I said, it's like somebody fed you a hot dog out the trash can. That's what the fuck that is.
Oh no, boy! I told you, man. That shit is ugly, bro. He said Southside said Terry and Raheem managed to piss off both quarterbacks at once during the drive. Oh. Keyshawn said we could have low Picky just built the team with that much.
Oh my god. Hell, we could have had a damn linebacker at that point. Shit. Something.
You would have had the money. Look. All those goddamn fantasy trades that everybody keep talking about in the offseason. Hell, you would have had the money to goddamn make one of them happen.
Damn, boy.
Andrew said, I can't believe we did that shit. We thought we was upgrade talent. Reality was all we did was upgrade the price 20 times with the same results. If I was on the blank, I would have had no staff this season.
Man, look, bro. Man, look. I would have tore up all that shit. I would have tore up everybody got that. Get the fuck out. All right, Jay, I'm throwing your ass out on the field, boy.
Think about this. Let's put this into perspective. We update the quarterback room from Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heinicke to Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix, right?
Yes, sir.
If I remember correctly, Kirk Cousins threw for almost 400 more yards in I think 2 more games than the previous dude before him.
Oh boy.
Think about that.
Say that again, kid, just in case people didn't hear you.
Kirk Cousins, despite that 509 game he had against Tampa, and I think it was like 1 or 2 more games, through 300 more yards than the previous guy before.
And you wondering why Mike was them motherfuckers? Are you? Oh my gosh! These are the things that I was watching.
People forget Desmond Ritter was like 40 yards away from 3,000 that year, and he only played in like 12 games.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. He wasn't as bad as people think. That's the shit. Damn, kid.
He had the same amount of turnovers too.
Yeah. Damn, boy. That's some bullshit.
Hey, guess what? We spent $200 million more to upgrade for one more win.
Wow. That's just like, just think about that for a second, y'all. I really want people to think about that shit. Okay? Think about that.
We spent $180 million more for a nigga to throw 300 more yards than the previous quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me pull. Oh my god, yeah, Jesus Christ, that ain't even a joke, y'all.
That ain't even see, the thing about it is, the reason why we're saying this is because people think throwing money at something is going to make something better, and it didn't.
It didn't do a damn.
Terry would have been cool, but it's just like what a lot of people say. That Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix offseason doomed him. You could throw money at a pass rusher. You might get a lot of flack, but if you go from a $6 million quarterback room a $6 to $10 million quarterback room to a $215 million quarterback room in 1 year to get one more win. Think about that for a second.
Sheesh. So we paid $100 million. All right, so this is 13 games started. He threw for 2,800 yards. Okay, Kirk Cousins for $100 million more dollars plus. Kirk Cousins threw that year with the Atlanta Falcons for 35. Okay, so that's about 600, 700 more yards.
Okay, all right.
That's it. Oh, that's about three. That's about 3 games. That's less than 3. That's about 3 or less games. I mean 3 or less 100 yards. For that's like 200.
Yeah, because I think he averaged throwing that year.
I think it's 250. All right, it's 250 for him. So that's about 250. So
okay,
he had about 3 games, 2 to 3 more games. Yeah, worth of yards, and we paid $100 million more for that. And the craziest part about that, Kurt has 10 years more experience than Desmond Ridder, and he could only throw about 700 more yards than Desmond Ridder. Think about that for a second. You paid $150 million for that. $150 million for a guy that can only throw for about 600 more yards than Desmond Ridder.
Oh man!
I want y'all to marinate on that shit. I want y'all to marinate on that.
Hey, what was that? What was that like? There was that like one more game to him, or 2 more?
One more game. Yes. One more game. Let's think about that for a second, y'all. I really want y'all to
because my thing is, if you were going to go the Penix route, the best thing that you could have did was get a mid-level bridge guy and not paid all that money for it and worked on everything else. No.
Man, we could have brought Marcus Mariota for that bullshit. Okay, we didn't have to pay $100 million for that shit. Like Marcus Mariota doing that in fucking Washington, right? That's the stuff we talking about. Like y'all paying $100 million for a fucking name just for him to turn around and do some average shit.
Corey put it best. He said, jumping over dollars trying to get up to a penny.
Man, come on, bro.
The trucker might say he thought we was getting filet mignon, but got pork chop sandwiches with A1 sauce.
Yeah. Man, please.
Like, wait a minute. I asked for the filet mignon with the caviar on the side. Let me get one of them biscuits with the butter off of it. And you come back and you get.
Trying to tell everybody.
You sitting over here, you think you getting filet mignon, you getting fried bologna sandwiches with a Hawaiian roll.
Look, man, I'm telling you, we tried to tell everybody, bro. You should have just waited. You should have kept Desmond Ridder, waited for and have Desmond Ridder start, and just waited for Michael Penix. If you were going to do, you didn't have to spend $100+ million, bro. That's
my thing is, even if trading Ridder, and I said trading Ridder was the right thing to do because of the public perception of things, but it's the fact that a mid-level guy that you could have brought in,
oh my gosh,
would have cost you over.
Okay, it's not funny,
Look at it from the standpoint. You could have brought a mid-level guy, bridge guy, who was going to give you that same amount of production for $200 million less.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
If Michael,
tripping, man.
we ain't tripping. The shit is fun. When we look back at the shit is fucking karma and it's fucking funny.
It is.
This shit. See. What's happened with the quarterback position in Atlanta is karma.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is karma right now.
Oh boy. This is hilarious, man.
That the whole last regime was nothing but karma.
Woo.
And now what's happening is you brought in a bunch of guys now with Matt Ryan, Stefanski, Van Pelt, Brian Callahan, Tommy Reese, and all these guys because they ain't finna try to repeat that shit again. They gonna give Kirk Cousins the boot.
Oh my gosh.
And Ian Cunningham too. And by bringing in Ian Cunningham, they've already told you, we're going to build this team to be gritty as fuck.
Yep.
It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty. Now, Bijan Robinson is going to have the same type of production as he had with Zach Robinson and everybody in that offense. It's going to be the same production because I don't see the production getting higher. I see it pretty much being the same. But it's not going to be pretty because it's not going to be it may not be a bunch of big time throws or throws down the field everybody waiting for. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be simple. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be keep it simple, stupid.
It's going to be a moderation of what we saw with Kyle Pitts running a lot of drag routes and stuff like that. It's not going to be big time plays thrown downfield and stuff like that. It's just going to be gritty, grindy. I'll say it like this. It's like watching Georgia and Georgia Tech now. Gritty, running the ball, getting it to their tight ends, getting the ball out quick, and just a lot of running the clock. That's what it's going to be. So if y'all like Georgia and Georgia Tech football, that's what you're gonna see.
Mm-hmm. He says Ski says it's gonna be some Bo Nix check downs. Yeah. Get the quarterback in the rig. Get the quarterback in the rhythm. Force your linebackers to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And the priority is going to be developing the trenches.
Yep.
Run the ball, play defense, old school.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Mm-hmm. That's essentially what they're doing now is they're trying to build the Atlanta Falcons back to when Matt Ryan was a rookie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's Matt actually spoke on that too, Kev.
Yeah, I remember he spoke on that. He was talking about when he was a rookie, how he had to rely on Michael Turner, how he had to rely on veterans to help him develop as a quarterback. This is what they trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And as crazy as a lot of people are upset about it, that was the most success that the Falcons had in a window span in the history of the franchise.
Yep, that was the best 5 years in Falcons history. They had 5 winning seasons during that time.
It wasn't until they started trying to be the dirt cutter offense, and we gonna throw that some bitch 700 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Once the run game was dead, the balance was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is that only would have worked if you had the defense that could stop people, and we didn't have the defense to stop shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it was essential to bring in Ian Cunningham. Mm-hmm. That's why it was essential to keep Jeff Ulbrich. That's why it was essential pretty much to keep the defense of staff as much continuity as possible. And it was important to bring in guys offensively that's going to try to make this offense more quarterback friendly.
And that's where we are now.
Exactly.
That's where we are now. Getting back to grindy, gritty football. And you see that not only in the NFL, but you see it in college. The Georgia Bulldogs this past season, they just got right back to running the ball and, using a lot of play action. They didn't really throw the ball a lot this year. Went
Exactly.
Right, that's what turned Tech around. Outside of that old that old ass option offense, they went.
You talking about that Army, Navy, Air Force triple option?
Yeah, that triple option. Like they just went to, running the ball, getting a bunch of because that triple option. If you understand that, you got to have a lot of small under quick offensive linemen. So when they started really getting physical offensive linemen and stuff, that's when Tech really started to change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why all the major schools used to beat the shit out of us because because like I said, the one thing that to blow that triple option up is if you have a dominant defensive tackle rotation, you could blow that offense up just like that.
Yep.
Like you said, speed in your linebacker room. Blow that shit up just like that. But
good conversation, man.
I know. Dribbler Flair said, "I'm glad we're getting back to this style of football. Fuck what the Vic Riders and the casuals got to say about it." At this point now, that's what this regime is. They like fuck your feelings. You either gonna watch or you don't. They don't care. That's why I said this is the villain arc for the Atlanta Falcons right now. They're doing everything to piss the media off and the fans off. And not because they're purposely trying to do it, it's because they're doing it their way, and the people that's complaining about it ain't getting their way anymore. And they don't care about it.
They don't care who we be. They don't care who we be. That's it. That's it right there.
All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, man. Man, boy, we about 10 minutes over damn time. It's all good though. But we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in.
I said, let's go ahead and announce it, Kill.
Like I said, man. We back. So you're gonna see us coming back on primetime hours around 8 o'clock now. We coming back. We coming back for the spot. Like I said, you're gonna get the STSs at the same hour too. So hey, like I said, man, we do this content uncensored, unfiltered, unapologetic, yet understandable. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no,
we here to stay.
Oh yeah, dig it.
Southside Ricky said this was a great episode. I was tuned in the whole show.
Hey man, we appreciate it.
We appreciate that. But like I said, man, we're actually trying to get better at this. Like I said, we're just incorporating a whole bunch of different elements we've already been doing. So you're going to so the conversations that we're going to have about this is going to be the same unfiltered style, or as what Google says, the street talk style.
Yeah,
but you're going to get a little bit more of the philosophical side and the psychological side behind the game of football as well with this conversation. So, hey. Thank you joining us, man. And until so like I said, man, you ain't gotta go home,
but you gotta get the hell out of here. Ooh yeah.
Deuces.
flavor.
your eyes back in your head.
I felt like flavor.
What me do?
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.